What's up, guys? Aaron from Aaron's Reviews and More, back with another review. Today is an interesting one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to compare American brand Copenhagen Straight versus Canadian brand of Copenhagen Straight. So, as I said in my last video, my tobacco order just arrived. So, here's my log, Copenhagen Straight. And here is a can, Copenhagen Straight, that is almost done. So, the date on this one is 03/20. So that's January when it was made. And the date on this is sell by June 28th, 2020. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare both of these and see if there's a difference. And if there is, what is the difference? So, first, let's open this log, Copenhagen Straight. Get ourselves a can. There we go. Fresh can. The other cans I had in my hand are just ones I've collected. This is the old Canadian Copenhagen Straight can. But now, unfortunately, all Canadian dip cans look like this. It sucks for my dip tower, but it is what it is. So, let's crack into, actually, before I crack into this, let's take a look at the Canadian one. Okay, so here is the Canadian one. It smells like straight. The sweetness does not come through in the smell, but it does in the taste. I've found lately that you get a lot more stems, or I don't know if they're stems. I would just call them, I'm trying to find a good one that I can show you. Yeah, of course, this can, they're all gone already. They gotta be stems. They're chunky bits that are quite hard, and they have to be stems. That's the only explanation. There we go. Let's see if you can see that. All right, I find a lot of those lately, which I'm not a fan of. Okay, so that's the smell. Canadian Copenhagen Straight. Let's get into this one. That smell, not that smell, that sound. I always love that sound. Okay. Wow, that is nice and moist. You can see that's shiny, nice, and moist. Let's get the smell. Let's compare them side by side. This smells stronger. Now, it could be because it's a fresh can. It does smell stronger. Whether that's because it's a fresh can, who knows? They smell the same, but it just smells a little stronger. So first, I'll take this half pinch of the Canadian, and then I'll throw in the American with it to see if I can taste the difference. All right. Don't know if you can see there at the bottom, but oh my goodness. That is a lot of dip on the ground. That's like a good... Shoot. Let's take a look there. Yeah. Now you guys see that I use a little kid's toy for a video stand, but I don't know if you guys saw that, but shit. Good thing I got a lot of Copenhagen straight right now. I was trying to show you that you can see the chunky parts. Let's try this again. I'm not gonna try that again. Jeez. That's like a lot. I've never spilled that much dip in my life. Okay. Since it's a smaller pinch, it's hard to judge the pinching difference, but fuck, I'm gonna need the vacuum after this. Okay. Okay, so it tastes more like what I'm dipping daily. I find it's hard to describe things that you dip regularly because they just become such a regular taste profile. Okay. Nothing different about this particular. Ooh, that's nice and moist. One second. So far it just tastes better quality, you know? It's not so much that the flavor is that different. It's just the cut is more consistent. The flavor is brighter. Now, I probably should have done this with 2 fresh cans, but, you know. What I'll do is I'll take a little more of this. Just to see. It's a little filler. Yeah. It just is a little weaker. It's not a big difference, but there is a difference. It's almost like the American one is a little smokier. And it tastes smoother, not taste smoother, it feels smoother in the gums. The cut is more consistent. It just tastes like a better product. I don't know how to describe it any other way than that. Yeah. One thing that I do like to do with a straight dip, people say that it tastes kind of like root beer. Having a root beer with your straight dip is actually really, really enjoyable. It just pops the dip flavor. Yeah. So far, if I go through the boxes, the check boxes in my head, it's impossible to tell if the nicotine is different. I don't think it is. I have heard rumors that in Canada, it's the reverse of the States. In the States, Skoal's nicotine is lower than Copenhagen, and in Canada, it's the reverse. I don't see that on the cans where it says the nicotine level. I don't see a difference. I think it varies like product to product, but the flavor is it's just brighter. It's just brighter. It's a brighter taste. It's not a big difference, but it's kind of the difference between a fresh, brand new can and a can that is a little drier. And this, yes, this is not a brand new can, but it's not old by any means. Like, I've only got this can like 2 days ago. So the cut is the biggest difference. The cut in Canadian Copenhagen straight, you get chunky bits, you get stems, and it floats a lot more than the American. That's the difference I find for sure. So, if I had to choose one or the other, I would definitely say that this is the winner. You know, on presentation, obviously this is the winner because all Canadian cans look like this now. But yeah, I think that was a good experiment to try because unless you do them side by side, you don't really know. Not to mention, this is cheaper. Another plus. Now that I can get it here. So, yeah. If you guys from the United States ever come to Canada and you need dip and you got to pay Canadian prices, this is still good. It's not like it's a terrible version of this. It's just, it won't be an 8. Let's call this, let's call this a 10 out of 10 for hypothetical speaking. This is about an 8 out of 10. It's not quite as good. So, I'm curious whether, because I know that they get the tobacco from U.S. Smokeless and they send it to Canada for processing. Now, I don't know if they send just the tobacco leaves and they process everything there, they and then can it, or if they just can it there. I would be very hard to believe that they process it and ship it because how do you keep it fresh like that? So, obviously, U.S. Smokeless is doing a better job than National Smokeless Tobacco Company. But, beggars can't be cheap. Can't be, what's the saying for crap's sake? I'm getting tired. Beggars can't be choosers. There we go. So, because Canadians don't have much of a variety, we should appreciate what we have. That said, you Americans are spoiled when it comes to dip. If the United States had healthcare like Canada, I would totally consider moving to the States. Totally would. I have a job I love here, and my parents are here, and my family's here. So that obviously would keep me here. But hypothetically, if I was single, had no family, no kids, no reason, and they had healthcare, I'd move in a heartbeat. So, anyways, hope everybody's doing well. Gave my daughter her first bike today. That was really nice. We took her for a spin. She did really good. She had training wheels and everything, obviously, but sure, the only thing she couldn't get is two things. One, her feet kept slipping off the pedal. And two, it's your head is down trying to watch pedal, but you're not watching where you're steering. So I'm sure she'll get it. She was very happy, and it's kind of that awesome father-daughter moment, getting to teach your kid how to ride a bike. So hope you all are doing well, and that's where I'm going to leave it. This has been my review of Copenhagen Straight versus Copenhagen Straight. And the winner, American. Not a big shocker there. All right. So, this is Aaron from Aaron's Reviews and More. And I will talk to you guys soon.